Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me just listen in on my computer. Yes, it's coming through. Excellent. Right, let's mute that now. Right, let's just check. Is Facebook coming through? Yes, I think it is. I think it is. Cool. So we're on Facebook and we are on Twitch and we are streaming to all three, and we're here really to to celebrate the 1.15 update for PC and console. This absolutely amazing update. Now I know for PC players it's probably been a little bit like ho hum, because all they've really had is we've had the barbed wire baseball bat and the OR, haven't we? But for console players, the ability to now turn off clipping in the game so that you can build almost anywhere on a private server. You know, you don't have to be slowed down and stopped by pushing something up against each other. The fact that we can now turn off stamina and run like this forever, and the fact that we can mess around with the weather, although I haven't figured out how to do it yet, and quite a few people are a little bit confused. You seem to do things and it doesn't quite work right. And probably for me, the most exciting thing is the ability to very, very easily do this sort of thing. So what we can see here is some additions to Krasno Airfield. So we're going to go and have a look at those, and we're just going to kind of revel in the amazingness that is the 1.15 update. Thank you for Charles Evans for joining the stream on YouTube. Thank you Vanilla Unicorn for joining the stream. Thank you for Grant Roberts for joining. Grant says 115 has been buggy for me. People clothes floating off their body. That doesn't sound well. In the right situation that could be quite good, but for the rest of us, maybe not. Now, it's a beautiful day, isn't it, on Chernarus? I'm playing this on my Xbox Series S. Sorry, I haven't got an X. And I'm incredibly excited. I think we'll have a look around here, and then we might wander off and find somewhere else that we might want to I don't know, find where we may well put another custom location at another time. Oop. See if we can get out of it. Should have put the boot down, shouldn't I? Oh well, we've only got a short way to go. Just gonna have a look at this new. The idea with this is to create like an evac area, because Krasno is really empty, isn't it? Apart from the new medical tents over at the sort of southwest of it. So let's have a look. Chris Evans said, had a great update, no issues on console, need to open car trunks for contents. Yeah, I quite like that, that's good, isn't it? And this, in fact, this car looks like it's about to take off. Looked at the wheels, it was shaking, wasn't it? Vanilla Unicorn says, Wobo made a video about the Santa crashes. If they actually come for Christmas, will we see them in your service? Absolutely. I've got a feeling we've probably cracked it already with there's just a different name we have to put in, probably to make them spawn. But I just haven't had the time to mess around with it. So the idea here, and I may well add to this as time goes on, but all these buses you see here and all these vehicles, I've placed all these on the map. And if we go inside them, you'll see loot spawns, just like it would anywhere else. And so you can now do this very easy on console. Create these little stories around the map. Obviously you can make super duper bases and PvP locations and things like that. Charles says, Airfield, lol, we have been driving like that, so that's also nice, yeah. Oh, hello, what's in there? There's some multivitamins, we'll have those. So you can make these kind of little visual stories about extra things that may well have happened. I don't think anything spawns inside the C130. That might be something I need to look into. So the idea here was the people maybe were queuing up to try and get on the C130, and it crashed or something. No, and I think I need to add some files for that. Also, when there's a server restart, zombies will spawn here as well. Police zombies will spawn over here. And let's go and have a look at the new military tents I just put over there. Let's jump in. And in the description below the video, you'll see links to Adam Franco's, I've left the boot open again, Twitter and his Twitch. Now Adam, if you didn't know already, is the lead developer for DayZ. And he is the driving force behind many of these things. And again, this video is a big thanks to him and his team for bringing these changes to DayZ, especially bringing them to console. And literally, he's probably on Twitch streaming DayZ. He tends to go on the map that he's made, the mouse, every few days, and you could literally, so you can go and watch the lead developer of DayZ playing DayZ, and you can talk to him in the chat, and he will answer your questions, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. And so, for example, the other night I asked him about what's coming. Are we going to be getting access to player, the ability to play around with player spawn points, so that when you spawn in, you can spawn in with different loadouts, and that is definitely on the way. And other stuff too. Last night he said he's got some very exciting things coming. So if you're a fan of DayZ, go over and follow him on Twitch. I'll put his Twitter down there as well. You can follow him on Twitter. So there we go. So so this helicopter is a permanent helicopter crash. It is always here. Now it doesn't spawn the dynamic stuff, so it doesn't spawn the cool weapons and things like that. But it will spawn military gear, sort of low-end military gear. So I think that's quite cool, isn't it? And then if we go over here, is they going to wipe on the next month's Christmas on DayZ? I don't know. I mean, on my servers, we generally will do a wipe just after Christmas, just in New Year. That's when we have the server wipes, just to start again. So here we have these military tents, and lo and behold, what do we have in the military tents? Well, there's a nice coupled magazine there. We'll have that for the M4. Silenced pistol. Don't really want that. SG5K mag for a submachine gun. I could do some. Alright, I left those hiking pants there from earlier. Ballistic helmet. I tell you what, I'm going to take this camo net. I'll put it in the car because I may want to build a base soon, and that will come in handy. Look at this, infinite stamina. My stamina bar is not going down at all, which is amazing. Will it fit in? Yeah. Superbex says, love this game, but it definitely needs some help. Yeah, it's come a long way, those Superbex XX. It really has. And so what you're seeing here, this is custom location. I'll knock this up. Oh, there's another. Can't have enough of those couple mags. I knocked this up in about, probably took me 45 minutes. And the hardest thing was actually laying the stuff out in DayZ editor using a local PC, so everything lines up on the ground so it looks correct. In fact, if you look, see, these tents aren't quite correct. See, there's a bit of grass. In fact, is the grass slightly off the ground? Might be. I really need to drop them down another couple of inches. And then it was like getting the angle of the helicopter correct and getting the angle of the C-130 correct. Scale Studio on PC? No, this is on Xbox Series S. But I just this custom area in Krasno up at the northeast airfield. The way that you can do it is you can do it just using XML files and JSON files, but one of the real powerful ways of creating custom areas is to use a copy of DayZ on your laptop. Now, it doesn't have to run very well. You don't need to be running DayZ at 60 frames a second, 4K. You know, if you're local laptop, if you can run DayZ at 15 frames a second at 720p, that's enough, because then you can download DayZ Editor, which is a free mod for DayZ, and then you can lay items out, and you can create custom areas. I've done videos about it, because there's a little bit extra you've got to do, but the laying out of things so you can see how things are going to look, and then and make things kind of semi-realistic is pretty cool. Now we can't spawn everything in, things like walls and sandbags we don't have access to at the moment, but the structures you can. So stuff that tends to have loot in at the moment, we can spawn that in. Scott says, honestly, Rob, I'm loving your custom maps. So good, my friend. Well, thank you very much, Scott. Thank you very much for saying so. Right, so I guess the question is, where do we go next? Where do we go next? I'm not sure whether I want to try finding somewhere at the top of the map, or maybe going somewhere in the middle of the map. I say we head off somewhere else. I think we head off to maybe the north of the map. The north of the map. Yes, if we went somewhere like, I kind of like the hilly area as you come out of Svetlojarsk, where Turovo is, Let's jump in the car, let's go. Let's jump in the car, let's go. And let's see what we can come across. Lethal Gaming says, do you know how to disable rain in the weather file? Well, Lethal, we've had a go. A few guys I know who are into the modding, we've had a go, and what should work doesn't seem to be working. In fact, sometimes what seems to happen is it rains, but you don't get wet. So maybe what we think's happening is it's maybe a little bit bugged at the moment. That's why I haven't done a video about it, because I think it's a little bit bugged. Lethal Gaming has a video on the weather file. Alright, well, I'll have to check it out. I know everything I tried to do didn't quite work, but I'll give it a go and see what he's done, because he may well have cracked it, which would be good. In the DayZ modding community, it is all about working together, and certain people, discover certain things, and then we do other things. It's very, very good. Charles says, that would be epic to dress them. We'll follow for sure. Yes, you can still go to CFG Map Proto and make a custom categories, then add that to the types on items you want. Right, works great. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing we can't say, if I wanted to spawn in, say, this fence, that sort of thing, or those fence, or the hexes, the hex barriers or something like that. That can be, we can do that. I haven't been able to do that yet. Superb says, I do appreciate your videos, man. No worries. Oh snap, I thought you did. AVM Marijuana says, I use your org vid to manually add in the org on my PS4 server by hand, either by hand or reinstalled. That's a server wipe. So yes, thank you for your vid. My pleasure, my friend. See, I enjoy doing those videos that just tell you the simple things, because so often that gets overlooked, I think, in tutorials and guides. If you just want to add some more guns, how do you do it? And I find if you start off with the simple things like adding more guns or adding more clothes or something like that, you gradually start to understand the way that DayZ works, what the modding side of DayZ works. That can definitely help. So yes, so thank you very much to Adam for bringing us this with the DayZ team. I don't think people who are on PC... Hello, we might not be able to get up here, it might be too steep. I don't think people on PC really appreciate what a game changer would be. And maybe if you're on console, you might not appreciate what being able to turn the clipping off in private servers means for building. It means you can stack things on top of each other. It means you can build in and around existing structures. It's fantastic. Tintin says, hey, just want to say thanks. When I had my server, your videos helped me out so much. You're a lifesaver. Keep up the amazing work. Hey, my pleasure, Tintin. pleasure. It's glad to help people out. And a lot, you got to remember, a lot of us on the modding side, especially for console, we kind of feed off each other. So you've got me, you've got Don Sibley, does an amazing job. You've got Balshad. In fact, you've got from the PC side, you've got Inclement Dab with his editor. You know, we all kind of feed off each other to try and learn things and figure things out. Yes, sir, you're a god on here to us, Critchard's old child. You're too kind. Not a god, just a man who enjoys DayZ. In fact, I tell you what I'm looking for. Oh, hello. This might be a dead end, this. Can we drive through? Well, I'll tell you what, though. This is a pretty nice place, isn't it? Let's see what we got. We've got one of my favourite things in the game, the map. I love this. I love this map. So I've got one of these maps on my wall. It's to my right now. I'm looking at it right now. This exact same map, a paper version of it. You can buy it from the DayZ shop. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Ooh, what a view. Oh, I quite like this. This is a very nice place. Let's go up here and have a look. Let's get the lay of the land. The DayZ mod god says X600 Blood Chef. Lucci World says, when can we get a 115 Livonia XML file? Oh, Lucci. Yes. People ask me, don't they? What do you want in it, Lucci? What would you want in a Livonia XML file? What could I put in it? If I was going to do one, what would you want in it? I used to do them. Charles Evans says, I'm 51, love programming all night, trying stuff with the team. The trial and error can be challenging, the payoff when it works is awesome. I agree. I was so pleased when spawning in that stuff at the Krasno Airfield worked. I was so chuffed. So chuffed. Loved it, absolutely. Because it means you can put your signature on your custom server maps, you know? In a way that was you could do before, but it was difficult. I know lots of people say, well, we always have been able to do it. You know, you could use the events method, or you could use various different methods for spawning things in. I'm using your Novi Shop mod, but I changed the gas to non-toxic. Yeah, well, let me let you into a secret, okay? In the 114 files where I put the gas around the Novi shop, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, so I make ready-made XML mod files so that people can just download them and upload them to their server, restart the server, and you're pretty much good to go. You don't have to worry about modding anything. And for 114, when the gas came out, the toxic gas clouds, I used Justin's mod to put a shop in Novi, and the idea was to protect it with the gas cloud. However, the way that I implemented the gas cloud in 114, the gas cloud wasn't toxic. So, so after about a couple of months in, a guy sent me an email saying, "You do know that the gas cloud isn't toxic?" I went, no, I didn't, to be honest. So yeah, if you spawn in, I think it's the static glass cloud, and just use it as an event. It's not poisonous. It's just yellow. Here we go. What a good view that is of the. There's that little new area, and then we've got that little new area. Those new decontamination area down there. We've got a great view from up here, haven't we? this is why DayZ is so spectacular, isn't it, this map? What's down there? Little church. You know, I like this location. Lethal Game says, I've had no luck disabling rain in the weather file, but I made overcast like 6 times longer and I haven't had rain yet. Yes, yeah, we're going to have to wait until we get a definitive answer on the weather, because I haven't been able to disable rain either. Lucci World says, I've been waiting because I only use yours. The same thing you always do, brother. It's all good for me. Oh, right, okay. Launch says, hi friend. I watch your tutorials. Will you make a tutorial how to make your own car mode? For example, Audi A6. Thanks for the answer. Probably not, Launch. That's a little bit past me. I'm not saying I'll never get into doing that side of modding where you're creating your own models, but I wouldn't have a clue where to start. Charles Evans says, exactly, had people so confused from airstrikes at safe distance 330. Avagon and Marijuana, I can't quite read your name because of the blue. Thanks to you, my server also got train wrecks and ship castles, and players have their own castles. Oh, thanks to your bits, great. Charles says, yes, beautiful art. Coast is amazing. Yeah, so what town is that down there? What town is that? That is Ulster. Yeah. I think what we're going to do, we're going to make this our base, you know. We're going to make this our base of operations, because I like this here. Because what it means, I can work on the Krasno Airfield mods and keep this character here. Yeah, I like that. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to head towards Ulster. We're going to dump a load of stuff in the back of the car. We're going to head towards Ulster, and then maybe head towards Svetlajarsk. Because ultimately, what we really want is a truck. Because trucks on my servers are full of building gear, and if we want to do some building, we're going to need some axes. We're going to need some spades. We're going to need all that sort of stuff, aren't we? So what other stories have people got from 1.15? What have you been enjoying from 1.15 and 1.14 for the latest updates? And what are you looking forward to? Is it possible that the date is related to the weather, Charles says? It is, yeah. I mean, if you go into your server settings and you set the server time to be January, it will be colder than if you set the server time to be during August, but rain as well. It will probably rain more. Thanks for the answer, says Launch. Sorry, I've missed that, Lucci. Yeah, the weather don't work yet. We have to wait for them to do a hotfix. I think you're right. Launch says, thanks for the answer. Do you have your own mods on workshop? If you have, what's your name? Can anyone type here because my English is bad? So I am actually on the Steam Workshop. I do have something in the Steam Workshop, but not for DayZ. All of my mods are in on my GitHub because they're based around XMLs. So you don't need to subscribe to Steam to do stuff. Right, let me just put some stuff away that we don't need. So we probably need to open up the trunk, don't we? Okay, so what do we don't need? Well, I don't really need that AK. Do we? I don't need 2 silenced pistols. I don't need that C-mag because I've got, if anything, I've got loads of magazines, haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need 5 magazines, so let's get rid of. In fact, I tell you what we'll do. Let's get rid of that mag. And let's just have that mag. And then we'll just have the double mag. So that means we've got 60, 120, we've got 180 bullets, and we've also got some boxes of bullets here. Do we need a road flare? If we got a lighter, no, we don't need a road flare, so let's get rid of that. We've got a lot of knives here, so let's put the kitchen knife back. What's in that box? 9x39. No, we don't need that. What's in that box? 357. Don't need that. That's 556x45, which we could come in handy. Then we've got 2 torches. I don't know why I've got 2 torches. We've got a sickle. We don't need a sickle, do we? Let's keep the sickle. We don't need that knife as well. Let's now add the combat knife to there. We'll keep the... we'll keep the silence pistol. We've got lots of food as well, haven't we? Yeah, we don't really need all of this food, because we've got a bottle of water. And we've got an empty bottle of water which will fill up. We don't need all these cans of tactical bacon. Okay, so we've got plenty of stuff. We've got bandages, we've got rags, we've got ammo, we have got food, so we're doing pretty well. Sorry for the blue. No worries, mate. It's the quality of the screen. My screen isn't very particularly good. AVM Grow says, trucks with building gear. Got to try got most of the weapons in my trucks. A camo nut shelter to hide them. Tintin says, DayZ should bring in their own game kill feed. One where it comes up on the screen in game so you can see when someone's been killed, etc. Without looking at this good. Yeah. Well, yeah, there is all that thing about them, isn't there? That they should. There's plenty of stuff that they could do that they haven't. Okay, so we've got lots of stuff. Let's just drop the backpack. And let's then transfer all this stuff. So we've now got an empty backpack. I could really do with an assault vest or something, couldn't I? How's my gear doing? Paramedic jacket is worn. Patrol pants pristine. Field backpack's pristine. Hat is wet. Let's ring that out. By the way, have you tried the candle? No. Is it something we can spawn in, is it? Right. Okay, so we're going to leave the Ada here with the idea of finding a truck, bringing a truck back up here. I like that idea. Jumpsuit jacket. Ooh. Medium insulation. How's this? Low insulation. Okay. Right. Let's head on down. Yeah, yeah. So there's quite a few hidden things in the files that we don't know about. We'll have to check them out. So off we go. Oh, I do apologise. I missed a comment from Twitch, from Specs. Oh, I don't know what that means. Is that something you can ask for? Right, where was the town? I've lost it. I was on top of there looking down here, wasn't I? Which way was it? Somewhere around. Yes, and bonfires, but they added those already. Yeah, but I do have bonfires on this server. They do appear. Or is that the town that way? Cool. Right. What adventure will we have? I'm not going to stream for that long. Probably about for another half an hour. Because to be honest, it's been a bit of a hectic last few days. Since 115 came out, well, on Tuesday. Well, even before that, in the previous week, in the run-up to 115, I was doing a lot of testing on the on my Xbox. I'm sorry, my PC private server, set up the experimental stuff. Is that a gun cleaning kit? Don't know if I've got one of those, so we will take it. Lucci World says, I think they need to give console players more stuff like the safe and the gun cameras like PC, because there's not much. Yeah, I agree. We could definitely do with things apart from weapons. They just do seem to be giving us a lot of weapons. If you think about the last few updates, like this update, we've got the AUG and we've got the baseball bat with the barbed wire on that you can craft. But it would be nice to have some different storage options. As a server owner, I watch these videos to get my hands on PC items and test. I'm on PS4. Charles says, saw a few things, crossbow, 4 different arrows, law, derringer, but locks on hand. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of... I think if you were to ask me what they should add next, console, you know, like a wish list, I would definitely say if they want DayZ on console to absolutely explode, I would say give us a trader. Give us an official trader mod where we can add traders to our maps. Even if it was only in 2 or 3 locations on Chernarus or Livonia, trader will transform the way the game is played, because it means that you can equip gear much faster and have proper PvE servers. The next thing is access to player loadout spawns. So when you spawn, you can spawn with a player loadout. Now, I think that is going to be in the next update. I think Adam understands how important that is. So I think we're going to get that. That would be very important. And I think once we've got those 2 things, really we need to... It's the sticky question about different maps and whether they can want to get the license for different maps, you know? Or hatchet. Because I think with trader and the ability to change loadouts when you spawn in, that would be pretty amazing. Did I hear the growl of a zombie? Oh yeah, there he is. He's in the tree. What are you doing in there? Ooh. Ooh. What's going on? Oh, my character froze for a second or 2 there. Well, make up your mind. But I'll tell you what. I was going to try that side of the pistol. Right, can I please get on with filling up my water bottle now? I'd try boats, helis, Hummer and hippie bus, but none work yet. Tintin167 says 100%. Tintin says I would quit my job and play 24/7. Oh, but would you? Could you play DayZ 24/7? Lethal Gaming says the new AUG is better than the LAR. In my opinion, it deals out like 16 less damage than a LAR, and you could put a better silence on it, which makes it perfect for being silent. Good point. Yep. Well, I guess the LAR is like or the FAL is a battle rifle, isn't it? Yes, it would be awesome, says Charles. AMV Grow says, "Lol, the RPG was awesome, but you can't drop it, so you'll need to respawn a new character." X600 Blood Chef says, "All I've been asking for is some different suit." Well, you make a very valid point, actually, and I was thinking about this earlier. I would like to see more survival elements brought to the game. I'm not quite sure what they would be, but I'd. Oh, hello, we got a nice. See, these don't clip anymore, do they? The masks. I would like to see some survival elements. What they are, I'm not quite sure. But I don't want them to forget about that, because for PvE players like myself who really just enjoy the exploration and survival side of DayZ, and not really the PvE side of it, oh, that's a nice gun. Oh, the blaze. Oh yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Don't you like? Oh. Is it 308? Is it 308? It is. I haven't got any 308. I'm sure we'll find some. A belt. Have I got a belt on? I have now. Some hiking pants. Okay, let's put that on our shoulder. Yeah, so as X600 says, some different food recipes would be great, like to be able to make soup, be able to fry eggs, all that sort of stuff. Charles Evans says, "Often laughing at the hatchet sharp side hammering. New generation with missing fingers." That is true. Lucci laughs. AVM Grow says, "I got the on-foot freeze on my PS4 server as well. Nitrado said to increase RAM, but dollars." I'm not sure if that works or not, increasing the RAM. Whether you can do that for DayZ servers. If we get a trader, I would open up my server again, as having a trade now is too much work and everyone wants a trader. Yeah, I mean an automatic trader, not like a Discord. I suppose you can have a Discord run, but not one where you've got to have people coming into the server, you know, to do the trading. It has to be an automatic thing where you go into a building and there's an NPC standing there, and then you can sell, you know, stuff for rubles, and then you can buy stuff for rubles. That sort of trader. So it's all done automatically by the server. I don't think they should probably put it on public, because people will just dupe things, and it won't work that way. I've already got enough water balls. Why is there a zombie inside that? Oh, he's not inside there, is he? Ridding churners of the infected. One zombie at a time. Saying that, I feel a little bit bad killing these people, because they're not zombies, they're not dead. They're just infected, aren't they? See if there's any fruit over here. I fancy some fresh fruit. X600 said, "I've had fun playing by myself, waiting for the boys to get the PlayStation 5. Yeah, it is a game changer. Going to next gen Xbox or next gen PlayStation. Ease up, Fuzz. I mean, this is running. I mean, you probably can't tell on the stream, because I think my stream is just 1080p, 30 frames a second, and the quality isn't that great because my internet connection isn't that great. But I'm playing this at 1440p, 60 frames a second on my Xbox One S on a gaming monitor, Xbox Series S, sorry, and it looks beautiful. It really does. It is fantastic. It feels like I'm playing on a high-end PC. It's that good, and I understand it's the same on the PlayStation 5. So yeah. Abe says, like the PC, yeah, exactly like the PC Trader. So you would have you would choose a place for it, and then as you would go into the location, and I like the normal Trader for PC is really cool, where you go in and there's containers set up as a base, isn't there? There's some NPCs who stand there. Ooh. And you just sell your stuff and buy stuff. Very, very cool. Love it. I'll tell you one thing I may well consider doing, though. I think there's too many zombies in the base game now. I do. I mean, it's alright, like for me, you know, I'm equipped with an M4 and more ammo than I knew what to do with. But when you're on a vanilla server and you haven't got all this stuff, it's definitely more of a challenge. Yeah, and another year or two they'll have more sense to open doors. Well, that is an argument that I think, Adam, they've been looking at that. Having zombies have the ability not to open doors, but to break through doors. So the idea is you'd have a zombie on the other side of the door, bashing it, bang, 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 and then bang, the door would open. So it wouldn't have the sense to turn the handle. Or even you could. Is that a zombie down there? This isn't it. Should we do a bit of target practice? He's a long way off. Oh, he's a runner as well. Probably hit him if he stayed still. Moved. Hey! Headshot. Hi, do you know how to add more JSON files to the line object spawner array? Says Mr. Pence, is that? Yes. Funnily enough, I do. I just did a video about it. So what you need to do is you put the name of your JSON file, which if you're on console will be, so you'll have the square bracket, and then you'll have quotation marks, and it will be custom / and then the name of the JSON file, because the JSON file has to be inside the custom folder on console, and then example.json, and then you separate them with commas. So if you have more than one, it's a comma, I think. In fact, I can't check it for you right now. But if you do, if you go to the DayZ.com, where they have the article on DayZ 115, and then go to the patch notes for DayZ 115, it does tell you what the it links to a Bohemia Interactive article where they explain what how it works, how the object spawner works, and it explains how you separate the JSON files. Lethal Gamer says, adding options for stamina and weather is a nice addition to the console side of DayZ. Hopefully they add more different options in the future, such as loaders. It's coming. Lethal Gamer, it's coming. That's why, again, in the description below the video, you'll see links to Adam's Twitch and his Twitter. Please go and follow him on Twitch, and then when he's streaming, go on there and ask him questions. Because the more times console people go on there, and obviously be sensible when you're talking to them. Remember, this is the lead developer of DayZ, you know, so it's fantastic that he gives us this access. And then ask him questions as I say, look, you're on console, you're into modding, you love what he does. By the way, what are we getting next? And he won't tell you exactly what we're getting next, but you know, he'll give you some clues, which is fantastic. Aha, thanks, I understand, said Mr. Peace. X600 Bloodchef says, lol, I do have unlimited stamina because the contamination gave me superpowers. Ooh, right, okay. Sound like a superhero. I want the ability to be able to change these as well. Let's put my own ones up there. Right, what little town or city are we going into here? Oh, is this Svetlogorsk? I played DayZ for years and I still can't remember the names of the places. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Svetlogorsk. Okay, so we just there was the petrol station up there. So, is there a chance of some trucks? I'm just fiddling around with them. Eyes arrive. Oh. That's interesting. Ah. We didn't miss one up there, did we? There definitely wasn't a truck up there, was there? Because there could have been one there. Now, would you believe it? There are no truck spawns in Svetlogorsk. In fact, the closest ones are to my west. Oh, wait a minute. No, forget what I'm saying. We've got to head towards Polyana. Guess it's not that far away, is it? It's in quite a common area of the map, though. So I think what we'll do... When will the how to be changed weather be out? Because it's not working at the moment. AMV growth. So we've got to see. R8 says really need help with the weather. I can't turn off the rain, and now it's raining 24/7. El Federal says I changed the FAMAS to spawn at every police station on my Xbox server. Merry Christmas, freshies. Yeah. Charles says yes, and write notes when leaving a raid. DayZ GPS would be nice. Weather is down until a hotfix. Bloodchef says, does your mod for spawning planks work for logs as well? I don't know. It's been a while since I've done that sort of thing. Right, so what we're going to do, if we head off in this direction, we'll pick up the road for heading west. We're not going to bother going into Svetlajask, because I really want a truck. MPMC dude says, you streaming at the same time on Twitch? I am. I'm streaming to Twitch and Facebook and YouTube all at the same time from an Xbox Series S without using a PC. How cool is that? You could hide a little base here, can you? These are great, aren't they? These little graveyards. Okay, thanks, Bo. No, thank you. Is everybody looking forward to the weekend? Mr. P says, what do you like the most about this update? Oh, it's so... That's a great question. I mean, yes, we don't really know for the next few weeks as the update starts to settle in and we can see what people are capable. For me, it's got to be the ability to easily spawn in structures now and to add a little bit of visual storytelling to the map in simple ways. I think probably the best way to use it will be, you'll be playing on a server and you'll come across a location, maybe there'll be some tents and some buildings or some wrecks or something, and you won't realise that it wasn't there before. It will just seamlessly integrate with the map, and maybe afterwards you think, is that new? But you won't be able to tell if it was new or not, and that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. So these little vignettes, these little stories that we can tell, I think that is very, very exciting, because it allows each server owner, and the important word here is easily, it allows you to easily be able to do that, to add these, little military bases down on the coast, for new spawns, because it also means that you can add to the map and add to players' experiences without breaking or spoiling the core DayZ gameplay of spawning in with nothing, having to scramble to survive and then gearing up. But you can alter it in a way, by putting military tents down by the coast. We've got things like Balota, haven't we? And there's various military places by the coast, but having a few more dotted around. Not too many, so it's silly, but having a few more. I think that would be very, very cool. And just changing the balance of the way the game works that way. I'm very, very excited about that, and I think for lots of people, especially console players, it'll be the fact that it's so easy to build stuff, and I'm very excited about that because it means that you can take an existing structure. Ooh, a ghillie suit. Ah, just what I wanted. you very much, Zombie. Where's one of you got a better vest? A field vest can do... No, they both do 30, don't they? Okay, that's cool. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, night vision goggles. Ooh. Silenced pistol. That's nice, isn't it, though? Nice little submachine gun type AK. A silenced pistol. Charles says, okay, my friend, have a happy Thanksgiving. Oh, yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody in America. Yes, and all over the world. Americans who celebrate Thanksgiving. Seeing family soon. Drive to Monterey, California. Love your work. Seriously, enjoy the help. Ideas and sharing. All survivors happy config. Thanksgiving. Outlawed virus. Thanks, Charles. Thank you for coming along and have a nice rest of the holiday. AMV Go says, have you ever tried to spawn in your own castle? My spot is Lapine in Livonia. No, I haven't, but I'll definitely have another crack at it now. So yeah, so my favourite things are the ability to easily spawn in stuff. How does they spawn in trucks? So oh right, I see. So the buses are kind of at a funny angle. When I was spawning in the buses at Krasno, I was trying to figure out how do they do it? Yeah, because they're not strictly done correctly, are they? Look at that gap. I mean, what's holding up that side of the bus? The vehicles are okay, they're done properly. So we're going to see what this KS-74 is like. Nice. Ooh. I love just running around blatting zombies like this. Moxie Don says, good evening Moxie, thank you for helping me out with the testing earlier on the PlayStation. I've just been to Krasno on the Xbox and it's all there, spawned in lovely. MMP Dude says, by the way, I want to thank you for your tutorial videos about DayZ. Really helped me to set my trial to DayZ 7. No, thank you for using them. Vlaka says, can we now spawn buildings such a way we want to? Oh. Yes, we can, my friend. Yes, we can. It's amazing. It's amazing. And you can easily make them have loot inside them as well, which is probably the coolest thing. So you can make them part of the map. And as I was just saying, my ideal situation would be, you know, you'd come to a location and a server admin, a server owner, would have spawned in maybe some buildings or some wrecks or some vehicles or something. And you'd be like, is this new? But you wouldn't be quite sure because it would be done so well. You know, it wouldn't stick out that this is an addition. And I think that my one advice for server owners, when you are, and server admins and modders, when you are modding stuff in, would be less is more. You know, be subtle. You know, a little collection of military tents in the woods somewhere could be really intriguing for a survivor, you know. Yeah, and having those little Easter eggs of stuff in the middle of nowhere can be pretty cool. Chris Morrell says, did you figure out how to spawn in walls that clip or buildings? To be honest, I haven't had a go yet at spawning in things that clip together. I've separated things. I do know that there's plenty of things that we can't spawn in yet on console. So things like the sandbags and the Hesco walls, you know, we can't spawn those in. Amazing I can't quite read your name, so it's the green's not showing up very well on my monitor. Thank you, love your videos. I'll look for those tutorial vids. I'm a server only, good man. Smoky Cowboy says, do you have any PlayStation 4 servers? I do. So, the Scale Speeder Gaming private servers are for people who are 18 years old or over and who have a registered mobile phone on their Discord account, and who only want to play PvE on the server, so player versus environment only, no killing, no base raiding, no steaming, that sort of stuff. And there's the artillery. And who have the means to pay just over $2 a month to my Patreon to go towards the update of the servers. We have a small community of PlayStation, Xbox and PC servers which are PvE only. On Xbox and PlayStation we've got 3 servers each. We've got Churnerous for Xbox and Churnerous for PlayStation. And those servers have boosted loot. So we're on a boosted loot server at the moment. Items spawning pristine, cars spawning with wheels on them, trucks spawning full of good stuff, guns spawning with silencers and magazines, magazine spawns full, all that sort of... There's a fireplace in the middle of a road. How did they get there? And Livonia, but for Xbox and PlayStation, is vanilla, so no changes. And then we have the survival server. So the survival server for both at the moment is Livonia, and it's just started again. And what will happen with that server is that after 2 weeks, the food loot will go down to half, and after another 2 weeks, the food loot will go down to 0 with no respawning. I'll probably respawn you in the gas, so you die straight away. And it's a faster turnaround, faster kind of survival experience. But it's $2 a month to my Patreon, and as I say, it's PvE only. Or if you join on YouTube, I think it's like £5 a month or something like that. AM Vigorous, I can't wait to see what kind of mega structures you'll spawn in. Probably. Amazing, thank you, love your videos. Fabio says, hey Mr. Scale Speeder Gaming, hi from Brazil. Hi Fabio, how's the weather in Brazil at the moment? Smoke Cowboy says, and hello Scale Speeder and all chat. Yeah. What a fabulous day it is. Motion capture in DayZ is very good, isn't it, I think? Very good. AMV Gray says, I agree, as server owner I try to immerse my guests more into the DayZ Explore experience by placing buildings in natural spots, cabins at lake or castles on top of hills, etc. That's a good way of putting it, actually. The guests on your server. I like that. I really like that. Right, is this Novo Trivorsk? What's it called? Novo Mitrovosk, isn't it, or something like that. So I'll tell you what, it's been an hour. I'm getting a bit hungry now, so it's time to make some tea. Happy Thanksgiving to all our American cousins. Thank you for everybody coming along for this short stream tonight, and hopefully you can all thank me help me in thanking Adam. And as I say, in the description below the video, there's a link to Adam's Twitter and his Twitch. So go over there, follow him on Twitter, follow him on Twitch. He's the lead developer of DayZ. He's committed to bringing, especially to console as well, some really fun things over the next few months that I think we're going to open up the game in ways that are very, very, very exciting indeed. And the more feedback you can give him from console owners, especially more constructive feedback and constructive questions and support about how much we've really enjoyed what he's doing. And remember, DayZ has a very small development team. That it's amazing that they can do what they do because they're part of Bohemia Interactive, and Bohemia Interactive, they're working on the next Armour game. That's where all the resources are. but you can go over there, you can be supportive to him, and who knows what will come next. But you know, he's a really cool guy. He's very committed to DayZ. He loves DayZ, and we're very lucky to have him as the lead developer. So there we go. So, Moxie says, before I logged off, I was in the middle of building a garden plot bridge to the Skiliski Islands. I'm halfway there. Looking forward to getting my truck there. Interesting. Yeah, I can't. I'm going to have to come and check that one out. So thank you, everybody. Thanks to Adam and the DayZ team. Thanks, everybody, for coming along and joining the stream. And, of course, I'll see you all again soon. Good night, everybody. I'm going to have to come and check that one out. So thank you, everybody. Thanks to Adam and the DayZ team. Thanks, everybody, for coming along and joining the stream. And, of course, I'll see you all again soon. Good night, everybody.